Good morning, friends. Happy New Year's Eve. Welcome back to my channel. Cheryl here with inkedpulp, and we are going to do some planning today. Don't have anybody in here yet, but I want to do some planning for next year and decide what kinds of things we're going to do and just kind of get ready for the new year. So I hope you all had a great Christmas. I've talked to you since, well, no, maybe I didn't, because Wednesday was Christmas. No, Thursday was Christmas. And then Friday, I didn't have a live, and now here we are. So let me do a quick recap of Christmas, and then we'll move on to today's events. And I do have a few things that I want to work on today while we're chatting. I have all of these leftover, these were gift tags, and I ended up not using them. And so I thought maybe I would cover these with some papers and we'd just cover them and make little cards out of them. There's some little tags. That's cute. But I thought we would just kind of work on these as I'm talking. So Christmas Day, we started out really fun. My husband and I decided that we weren't going to go overboard with the presents this year. We weren't going to do any. And then we decided, no, that wouldn't be a fun Christmas. We enjoy getting gifts from each other. And so we decided we really needed to do some gifts. So we got just a few, not a whole lot. We opened our gifts early in the morning. We were up at like 5. And then we got ready and went over to the kids' house to celebrate with the grandkids. And my daughter-in-law's father and grandfather and mother were all there. Excuse me. They were all there. And so it was a house full. But we had fun with the little girls and giving them presents and playing with them. And it was fun. It was just fun. We only stayed a couple of hours. That house was just chaos with those girls and all the presents they got. And it was fun. Then while we were there, my husband's, one of his good friends called him to wish him Merry Christmas. And Lou had asked him, oh, what are you doing today? And he said, oh, I'm just hanging out at the house. I'm just here by myself. So Lou came and asked me if it would be okay if he came to Christmas dinner. And we just happened to have some extras. So we decided, like Thanksgiving, we were going to do a splurge off the vegan diet and do the same thing we did for Thanksgiving. We were going to have steak and lobster. Well, we happened to have 3 steaks, and there's only 2 of us. And the lobster package that we got was 4 lobster tails in it. And there's only 2 of us. So we had plenty of food. So we invited him over. I told my husband, I said, well, the house is in no shape to be having guests. So we're going to have to rush home and do a bit of cleaning before we can have somebody over. So we did. We came home, we pitched in, we, did just some light cleaning and got the house in shape. And then he came over and we had the most amazing dinner. And then we just sat and chatted. I think he was at our house for like 4 hours. We just chatted and talked and laughed, and had a really good time. And by the time he left, I was exhausted because we had been up since so early in the morning. So we watched a little TV and then crashed. So it was a really nice day. It was just nice, is the only way I can describe it. So that was my Christmas. I hope you all had a nice Christmas as well. Let's see, what else? I guess that's it. Oh, we have two spare bedrooms, and one we have set up as a spare bedroom with the queen bed, and it's all made up, ready to sleep in. And the other one was just kind of a storage room. We just had a bunch of junk in there. And so we decided, because my son and his girlfriend are coming in a couple of weeks. And then my brother, who's moving over to Tennessee, he'll only be about a couple hours away. He's going to be in town because they're getting ready to close on their house there, their new house. And so he's talking about coming over. And I'm like, we don't have room for two guest bedrooms. And so we dug in and started moving all the junk out of there. A lot of it was mine. It was crafting stuff that was still in boxes. So we moved everything out of there, painted the closet, hung some pictures, just got it all ready. And then today at 11, we're going to go. I found on Marketplace a beautiful sleigh bed. And we're going to look at it. And if we like it, we'll buy that. We'll have a bed for in there. We just have to get a mattress. So it's been a busy time. Been a really busy time, but it's been fun. All right. Well, I lost the two people. I guess they got tired of listening to me talk. Just trying to stall some time. I think this is my planner book from last year. And so, well, hi, Juju. Hey, I was cleaning out my room and I found something that I should have sent to you a while back and I never did. Do you remember this? This was that exercise we did where we marked up the papers and painted them and stenciled and then tore them all up and put them back together. And we made this little guy. And there's a note on the back of this that says Juju free. So I was going to give this to you, but it never made it into your box. So I have it here. I got one piece that's coming up. I have this I'll put this in your box. So it's coming to you. Coming your way as soon as I have something to send to you. All right. So I was saying I'm trying to do some planning for 2025 and decide kind of what changes we want to make, what we want to do. I can't stop yawning. That is so cute. That is just so cute. You could sew around it if you want. You can make it a tag if you want. You can do all sorts of things to that. Anyway, so that'll be coming your way. Hey, you guys see I got a new mat? I got a new mat. All right, so some of the things I wanted to talk about today, and then I'm going to start pulling out some papers here. I've got napkins, I've got tissue paper, I've got all kinds of stuff. And I just want to start covering some of these. Oh, that's good for a little tag. It's a good size. I know it's a Fiskars and it's bigger than my last one. and I've got my tile kind of pushed up here to the corner so I can work on this, but if I have like something I need to heat. Oh, be sure to sign the back. Let me do that right now while I'm thinking about it. Okay, there we go. All right, so here's some ideas that I have for 2025. And if you have any to add, please let me know. I do want to change up Happy Mail. We've been doing 2 years now of, based on comments, and I have some thoughts on that. I want to talk about guest speakers because I would like to invite some guest speakers, and maybe it's you guys, the regulars, or maybe we reach out and invite. I wanted to do that last year and I just never got to it. And then I wanted to talk about the hours of ABB because, here it is, 8:30, and by 9 we'll probably get some more people. So I want to get input from more people, but I want to see about changing the hours to 9 to 10 instead of 8:30, because 8:30 is just really early for a lot of people. So keep that. When we get more people in here, we'll take a vote. Let me talk about my change for Happy Mail and see what you guys think. I'm going to throw all of these away. This is my little jar, and I usually, go through the comments at the end of the month and pick a Happy Mail winner and then send out a big Happy Mail. Well, I want to send out a Happy Mail and I want to pick a winner. The change I have in mind is I just want to cut it back to an hour and start it at 9, because you see we've got nobody in here, and or I just do a crafty project for the first half hour and then we all get involved after that. But I think I want to try the 9 to 10. So Happy Mail, here's what I'm thinking. We played on, Monday before Christmas Eve, so a week ago. We played some trivia, and that was a lot of fun. And I thought that what I would do is move to more of a trivia kind of a format where during a live session, and you would only get in the bowl if you were actually here at the live stream, because I would ask a trivia question maybe about me, about just junk journaling in general, just about random trivia. And I might do a couple. I can't clear this little frog in my throat. I might ask a couple during the thing. I might just do one. Or I might do something else that might earn you, and I would say this is for a ticket in the Happy Mail drawing, and do something. And if you won the trivia or whatever the question was or whatever the event was, I might say, everybody send me a picture of something and I'll share those with the group at the next thing. And whoever sent in a picture would go in the Happy Mail jar. And I would just collect names throughout the month. And then this thing would be full of names. And then on the first of the month following, just like I do now, in fact, a couple days, we'll be having a New Year's Day, we'll be having a Happy Mail drawing, we would do a drawing from those people. So I wouldn't use the comments anymore necessarily. I would do it based on trivia, and that way, you got to come to the event to participate in that. It's not just, somebody going in at the end of the month and putting in a whole bunch of comments. So that's what I'm thinking. What do you think, Juju? Do you like that idea of adding tickets? Yeah. Okay. So I'll ask others as they come in, but that's what I'm thinking that we'll do. So this will be based on tickets, not comments. And if you have any other thoughts on things that I should do for the Happy Mail, any other little, I don't want to call them rules, but the guidelines for the event, I'm really open to listening. And then what do you think about guest speakers? Do you think we should have guest speakers? And I might reach out to some of the bigger names and see if they would agree to come on. What do you think about that? Yes? Okay. Is there anybody you can think of that you would want me to reach out to? That sounds cool. Okay. So maybe once a month we have someone come in, and once or twice a month come in and be a guest speaker. I know that I want to invite my Vagabond Style. I love what she's doing now. And then, of course, anybody here, Juju, I do want to have you on. And anybody else in our group. Oh, Cat Hand, that would be great. Anybody else you can think of? I haven't really put a lot of thought into the actual names yet. Okay. So we'll think about that. I'm trying to think, who do we maybe we invite Penny because she does a show. I've got a few other people in my subscriptions that are lesser known that I like to watch, and maybe I'll reach out to some of those folks and see if they're interested. Oh, I would love to have Susan Gazaway. Susan G. How about Shannon Green? Hmm. What about World Peace? So we'll just put together, Lori B. I've asked her before, and she declined. She's not real big on doing videos, especially the live thing, but I will ask her again. I asked her once, and she wasn't really excited about that. How about the paper outpost? She might do it. Okay, I'll go through my list in more detail. I'm just kind of scrolling through it. I would love it if Janet Nash would come on. Would love that. All right, I'll go, but my list of subscriptions is so long. It's about time for me to go through and see who might have stopped doing videos, because I'm sure some people have. So I need to go through and how about Dear Julie Julie? Tina. um I need to go back and watch her again, because I used to watch her and then I stopped, and I'll tell you why. And I sent her a note and said, please think about this. She was getting so negative, and that's the only way, like, oh, this will probably turn out crap. Oh, it was just, she was really critical of her own work, and it was really bothering me because she's good. And I wanted her to be uplifting. And so I kind of stopped watching her, because now I know at that point she was having a lot of issues in her life. I think she was going through the divorce with her husband, and so things may be different. And I need to go back and watch her again. Okay, we said hours. I'm going to go 9 to 10. Is she better now? Oh, good. Then I'll go back and watch her, because, well, she's a blingy girl, isn't she? She loves her bling. And I don't do a lot of that. So it might be kind of fun. It might be kind of fun. And I've got a whole bunch of other names on here. People from our group, and man, I have a lot of names. I really do need to go through those and, um, clean out my list, because it's hundreds of names long. And I know I don't watch hundreds of names. Oh, we could invite Big Mama. She does videos. And I've got just a whole bunch of other ones. So, all right. So that's a good list to start with. So now I need to reach out to these folks and, tell them what we're doing, and see if we can get some people lined up. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. Oh, Kathleen Mower. I don't know her. Okay. So I'll start doing some outreach, and we'll see what we can do there. Um, the other thing I wanted to talk about was my word for the year. So I had two this last year. One, I think we knocked it out of the park. The second one, I fell flat on my face. The experiment was the one that, I mean, gosh, we experimented so much this past year. We just experimented so much. And I think we nailed that word of the year. The one that I didn't do as well or at all was planning. And I'm talking about like planning so that I consistently updated my Etsy stores, both of them. Planning would be like planning out these guest speakers, just doing more planning. And so I think I'm going to keep that as a word of the year, just because I didn't complete it last year, but that'll be like a secondary thing. So the only word that I could really come up with was celebration. And what I mean by celebration, you guys know I just get such a kick out of doing for other people. And this would actually go in with the planning. And this is where, and it wouldn't be a whole lot of something, but our members in ABB could nominate somebody, or just once a month, we pick somebody to celebrate. It could be somebody who's having a hard time, somebody who reached a specific milestone, like subscribers or, whatever. Just somebody to celebrate. And, I might pick somebody, you guys might have, and we would do one a month. And we would make a card or, something creative and just say, we celebrate you today, and have it be from the ABB group. So what do you think about celebration as a word, or are there other words? I mean, I know there's other words. I know there's other words, but hey, Cheryl, we're doing some planning for next year. I'll go back and go over the ideas here in just a second, but I'm trying to come up with a word for the year, and I want it to be something. The one I have right now is celebration, where we would each month pick a person to celebrate. It could be somebody nominated by you guys. It could be somebody who, going through a tough time or going through an especially happy time. Maybe they just had their first grandbaby, or, they're moving, or, they hit a certain subscriber mark, or it could be that. It could be somebody who's struggling a little bit and could use a pick-me-up. But we would pick one person and we would do something arty for them throughout the month, and then send it to them, whatever it is. It wouldn't be anything real big, but it would be a celebration of some of the people in our communities. Or it could be somebody personally in your life. Thanks, Cheryl. I love to, and I'm not just saying this for the platitudes. I genuinely enjoy making things or doing things, acknowledging other people. We'll still do the birthday celebrations. So we'll do the birthdays. Let's see, what else? And that's the thing that could, happy mail. So it could be birthday. Could be trivia. Could be based on participation. And I'll go back and talk about that in a minute. So you guys, you like the celebration is one word, and we don't have to just do it once a month. I mean, we can celebrate. Oh, kind of goes on with celebration, but I wanted to do this last year, and again, I didn't get to it. So we need to pick a month to do this, and this is what do I want to call it? You know how we get all the junk mail? And especially like the little tiny catalogs or the cards or all kinds of junk mail, whatever we happen to get. I want everybody to pick junk mail from, like, here's this one, and maybe we could do something like this together to pull a few pages out. But we could do something like this together where we take something like this and convert it into a piece of artwork, and then we send it back to Uncommon Goods and say, hey, you know, thanks for the catalog. I always enjoy looking through it and picking out presents from it. And then when I'm done with it, rather than throw it away, I like to turn it into a piece of art. And so here is the holiday gift guide from 2024 for you to enjoy, and send it to their like marketing department or their public relations person, depending on how big the company is. I want to have that be an event. I want to sponsor like a big event, and we may not get a lot of people the first time around, but I want to do something like that. And it doesn't have to be this elaborate. It could be just a card from somewhere. You know, thanks for sending the card. I checked out your company and appreciate you sending this to me. And, you know, rather than throw it away when I'm done, I turned it into a little piece of art and wanted to share with you. And so we're not all sending to the same place. You would pick, it could be somebody local that sends out a little flyer, and you say, you know, I've been your customer for many years and I really appreciate you. And I'll type up some wording for some different scenarios, and then you take a picture of it, or make a video of you creating it and send it in. And that could be another thing that gets you a ticket into the Happy Mail jar, is participation, the fact that you did one of these. So what do you guys think about that? I have lots of ideas. I'm very ambitious at the beginning of the year. We'll see how many of these I get implemented. So what do you think about that? So this is the we'll call this ad art. Ad as in advertising art. You love it? Yeah, and it doesn't have to be anything big. It can be just a little thing. But imagine if you were working in a, you know, like a PR department, a marketing, you know how they have their corporate spokesperson or something, and that came in the mail for you. Wouldn't that be a fun surprise just to get? All right, so we'll talk about the ad art. Still haven't come up with any words other than celebration. Do you guys like celebration, or do you have other words? Because while it's my word of the year, it's also our word of the year for ABB, because whatever my word of the year is going to be represented in what we do in ABB. So does anybody have any other words that I should think of? Motivation. So that could be, because that's hard to just work on. Similar to that could be inspiration. We could look at different things that would inspire us and make something based on that inspiration. Because I'm not, well, tell me about motivation. Like, what would you, and I know why you're saying that. How would you measure motivation? See, that's where I'm not sure. Like experiment for last year, I can go back and look at all the things that we experimented with. Um, hmm. But we could measure, yeah, sometimes things just get you down and you need something to motivate you to do the things you love. Okay, we could combine that. Okay, Juju, we could we could do inspiration slash motivation, because if you have an inspiration, that can motivate you to want to do something, right? So let's inspiration slash motivation. How about if we combine those? Yeah, I'm just not sure how you would measure all the different things that could motivate you. And some of those things are very personal. They're not always something you want to kind of put out there. Like, I know sometimes when you and I talk, I get motivated. But yeah, let's go with inspiration slash motivation, leaning maybe a little more on the inspiration that can be a motivator. And then there was something else I just thought of. And it jumped right out of my brain. Oh, the other word that I thought about is community. Like building our little community, finding ways to do like a membership drive where we get people, to come in and, come in and join our channel or participate in videos or, whatever it is. Um, so that was another word, community. Anything else? All right. The next thing that we'll leave that open in case anybody else has an idea for words. I wanted to really do this. I really wanted to do some Etsy shares. You're back. I wanted to do some Etsy shares, and I'm not going to do it like I know some people do it like every week, but periodically, and maybe I'll schedule those out once a month. We'll do Etsy shares or twice a month. And then this comes back to the scheduling because I need to put these things on the schedule. I need to get a new book. See, I had garden work here. This is in June. Send out invoices, post 2 products to Etsy, post 2 products to Cheryl Fine, add items to Ko-fi. So here's BJ's, me going to BJ's. So I did sort of do some planning. I tried. I just didn't stick with it. So here we go. Finish nightlight for Etsy. This was my to-do list. So I did try. I just didn't stick with it. So what do you think about Etsy shares? I'll either order, and that way I will support, other Etsy sellers. Yeah, planning is just so hard, and I just need to be disciplined. I need to say, okay, Sunday night, when we're watching Sunday night football, I need to plan for the upcoming week. I'm going to keep planning as my kind of side word of the year. So, do you like one of these particularly well, or can you think of something different? So we have celebration, inspiration/motivation, and community. Yeah, and that could be motivation, Cheryl, if you sat down with a little calendar, and, planned out some things to do, and then it's on your calendar and you can't check it off till you actually do it. Even if you don't do it on the day you planned it, at least it's out there. The other thing that I may want to do, and I'm not going to commit to it because I don't know if I'll get to it, but that is creating a different planning journal. One that has a place for me to do birthdays, a monthly view like this. And then one that is week by week. So I would have like 4 sections where this is a week, but it's a full spread. And I might just divide it in half and have week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. And I can, I don't look at it. I know I am too. So we can keep each other accountable to this planning thing. Anybody who, is interested in that, we could, I want to just make one that's, who has some nice planner pages is 49 Dragonflies. She does a planner each month, but hers are really thick and she has a lot more than what I need. So I may just, or I make 3 and then never look at any of them. I had this, and I did do well with birthdays, although everybody's dropped off so much at the end of the year that we haven't been singing happy birthday. We've had some birthdays. In fact, tomorrow is Queen Bee's birthday. And this thing so let's go back and catch Cheryl up on what we were talking about. I want to make a change to Happy Mail. Make my own to fit my needs. Yeah, that's what I think. I don't know. I want to be careful about overcommitting myself. So change Happy Mail. I want to go, Cheryl, to a ticket system rather than using comments, because we've done the comments thing for 2 years. And so throughout the month, I will put I'm going to buy a huge roll of tickets. And then I'll just pull a ticket off, write somebody's name on it and put it in there throughout the month. And tickets, you can earn a ticket by various methods. When your birthday comes around, if you are at ABB one day during your birthday week, then you'll get a ticket in the Happy Mail jar. various trivia. It could be about me. It could be about one of the other members. It could be about what's going on in the world. It could be, like, I could say, who was the former president who just passed away? Did you guys hear that on the news? That was so sad. He was a crappy president, but he was a wonderful humanitarian. Had a heart of gold. So it could be a trivia question. It could be based on participation. Like I said, if you participate in the advertising art, then and send me a picture, then you could get Jimmy Carter. That was so sad. But he didn't have much quality of life left. I think he's just slept most of the time. So he deserves to get back with Rosalind and spend eternity with her. So there'll be different ways, and I'll tell you, okay, we're gonna do X, Y, and Z. This will be for a Happy Mail ticket, and whatever that is that comes up during the month. And then I want to bring some guest speakers in, and we went through a bunch of names that we could think of. Is there anybody you can think of, Miss Cheryl, who you would want to invite? Not saying they will come and do it, but Juju wants Celebration. So I have one vote for Celebration. And what's your vote? And as other people, nobody's here today, but as other people come in, once we get past this, Junk Journal Addict. Okay, not heard of her. Junk Journal Addict. And this will go into the planning as well, because I can reach out to these folks and say, hey, we're doing this. First of all, are you interested? And then if you are, we'll pick a date. Okay. I've never seen her. Okay. Anybody else you can think of for guest speaker? Okay. The next thing was the hours. We just don't get a lot of people at 8:30. And I don't want to go longer than an hour. I think I'd like to cut it back to an hour. So I'm thinking 9 to 10 instead of 8:30 to 10. What do you guys think? Well, I got Juju's input. What do you think, Cheryl? That'll give you a little longer to sleep in. Yes? Okay. Yeah, because if it's 8:30 for me, then it's 7:30 for you, right? You're just an hour behind. Or is it 2 hours? I can never remember. Okay. Yeah. So then you could sleep till 8. Okay. And then we'll still do birthdays. We'll do the advertising art. And we'll have a word, and then we'll do some Etsy shares. That sounds like an awful lot to do in the coming year. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Celebration? You want to go with Celebration? Okay, so I've got 2 for Celebration. And we'll see what the other girls want when they're back on a regular schedule. I'm guessing that people are just doing their thing. And, once we get into January, we'll probably start getting a regular crew here again. It's hard during the holidays. All righty. I think that's all the planning. So this was a planning day, right? This is a planning day. Any other ideas for... Oh, did she? I liked her. I hadn't seen that. Yeah. Any other ideas for 2025 that we should think about implementing? Oh, I know. I loved that. I loved that show. Loved it. All right. Well, let's leave it at this. This is a lot. And I'm going to work on some messaging to go out to these guest speakers and start thinking about the ad art and write that up. Oh, let's think about it is a lot. That's not to say I'm going to do everything. And some of this is just changes. So for the advertising art, what month do you think we should target to do this? I'm thinking not too close to the first of the year because we have to have time to advertise it. And I'm thinking maybe July or August or June, July, or August. For what do you mean for renewal? Renewal of what? Renewal of the what? You want to go June then? That's sort of the end of spring, but it's not quite summer yet. Maritza, gosh, we haven't seen you in forever. Welcome back. Did you have a wonderful Christmas? Oh, okay, for growth. Yeah. We've missed you. Um, Hang on, let me look at something. So I'm going to go through these birthdays, and if I haven't seen somebody, if they haven't been around in like 6 months, I'm going to take them off the list. Um, See, here's some more planning I did. So I did do it a little bit when I thought about it. I'm looking for Donna Hajos, Hajos. She might have come once, I think. I haven't seen her since. All right, so let me run through this. I'll do it quickly, and then I was gonna do some working little thing, but I do need to get ready. We got to go we're going to pick up a bed, a really nice bed that I found on Facebook Marketplace. We're turning our third room into another spare bedroom. We have one, but my brother and my son and his girlfriend are coming, and I got to have a place to house them both. So we're making another spare bedroom. All right, Maritza, here's what we're going to do for next year. We're going to change how Happy Mail works. We're going to go on tickets and not video comments. So what I mean by that is during the videos, so it's more you have to be at the live streams rather than just go in and type a comment. And on your birthday, if you log in and come to a live stream sometime during your birthday week, it doesn't have to be on your birthday, then you'll get a ticket into the Happy Mail pot. I'll be asking some trivia off and on, and if you get a trivia question right, you'll go into the and I may put some limits on that, so because some people have really fast internet and they're going to win every time, and so I may say, if you've already got a trivia ticket this week, then you can't participate, or I may put some limits so it's not always the same people. You get it based on participation. If I run a special event and you participate, you may get a ticket into the Happy Mail jar. And then I'll do just like I did before. On the first of each month, I will go in and draw a name for the previous month Happy Mail. I want to try to get some guest speakers on our channel to bring us some new ideas. We're going to change the hours from 8:30 to 10 to 9 to 10. So starting in the new year, which will be not Wednesday, because Wednesday will be the 31st. So starting in the new year, we'll switch to 9 to 10. We're still going to do birthdays. We're going to do an advertising art, Maritza, where you'll pick a piece of junk mail, and I think let's target that for June. You'll pick a piece of junk mail, and I may, as a group, do this Uncommon Goods magazine. And it doesn't have to be anything this big. It could be one little card. It could be an envelope that you decorate up. It could be anything. And then you send it to the company that the advertisement came from and send me a picture of it. And then I will give you a ticket into the Happy Mail jar, and I'll send them out during the month of June and hopefully make some people's day. Here's word of the day. Tell me what you think, Maritza. Not word of the day, for the year. I've got celebration, which is where we would pick one person a month to celebrate. Well, we would celebrate lots of things. Ad art is a celebration. We would celebrate a lot of things like holidays, but we would definitely pick one person per month and make something artsy for them. And that would be our person celebration for the month. Inspiration, motivation would be another combination of words. And then the third one is community, and that is building our community. So is there one of those words that you particularly like, Maritza, or do you have another word in mind? I've got 2 votes for celebration already. So that's the leading contender. All right. Well, if there's nothing else, we are right at an hour, and I've got to go hop in the shower and get ready to go pick up this bed. And then I will do some work on some of these things. I'll probably send out an email to the email list, going through all of these different things and ask for more input. And then sales. I want to get back to doing some sales. I definitely want, because I have to. I have so much stuff in here. I have got to sell some of it. All right, everybody. Is ad art for well, I don't know. What do you guys think? I think June's as good a month as any. Cheryl said in the spring. You guys like June? I'm good with June. June's good with Cheryl. Ritz is not talking much, but yeah, let's go June. And I put June down on my page. Okay, June it is for the entire month of June. You can make, I mean, you could make something now and just hold it till June, but I just think it would be a fun thing to do. All right. Anything else before we go? Thanks for planning with me today. I know this wasn't the most exciting live stream, but I want to include you guys in the yearly planning. I was going to make some of these up while I was sitting here, but I didn't get that done. So I'm going to run and get my shower, go get my bed, and I'll be back. I will come on Wednesday. It's New Year's Eve, but if anybody's, and I will come on at 8:30. So if anybody's around, come on in, and we'll have a little project to work on. You know what I was doing that I think, and I saved them all. Let me tell you one more thing before I go. On my reels on Facebook, I went through one list of reels, and there were a whole bunch of ideas on how to fold envelopes. That could be envelopes, they could be pockets, they could be tuck spots. And I thought, I don't know if I'll be ready for it by Wednesday, but I got to go through them all. And I thought maybe we would have one session where we just do different envelope folds for our journals, because there were some really cool ones. All right, ladies, have a wonderful, wonderful day. Love you all. Hopefully we start getting more people. We only had like 2 or 3 today. But it's still a holiday week, and I know people are out of town and doing all sorts of stuff. So I understand. All right. Talk to y'all later. Bye. Thumbs up, please.